This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses by looking at their archetype ratings.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Tom Brady and the Chicago Bears versus Carson Wentz and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Wentz now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. That throw into the arms of Allen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Wentz's pass.
So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They will be led out by perhaps the best ever. At 43 years of age now, it's the great Tom Brady.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, it's Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears Bears have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
11 on the play.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened, and that's what we're seeing here.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. He'll set up the screen to Drake. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On play action, now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Jared Cook.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Now slant to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good.
The numbers for Jones last week, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're running the jet sweep with Jones. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. From the 30 on second down, Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rob Gronkowski, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
And he'll bang that one through. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 16 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now a draw play with Drake, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete to DJ Shark.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A gain of
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Drake. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
complete.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that, he matches his receiving yards from a week ago, and we still have more than a half of football to play. It's a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wentz. And Olsen over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
First down, Buccaneers.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the tight end Olsen, right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Forced out to his left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, time for us to spotlight Rob Gronkowski. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people are going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Sanders has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down. From the 44, Brady. It's a slant to Gronkowski. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On play action, it's Brady. Looking deep for Julio. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll start the drive with Dre. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. As far as the early games go on Sunday, we'll have our eye on Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A big one for the Chiefs, as that promises to be a tight one. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the New York Giants. And one final game to highlight. It's Sunday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Robert Quinn just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now a play fake. Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession, but at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rob Gronkowski with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
Buccaneers 7. Set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here's the Bears defense as they head out to set up shop now. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers, the offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Break on the carry.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Complete.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
On the play.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Travis Kelsey.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was brought down by...
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
It's a gain of...
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Steve McClendon.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Running, it's Drake. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wentz now to throw. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again, Brady. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Brady on the bootleg. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust, because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt. From midfield, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line.
And the Buccaneer first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the give, this is Drake. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 13-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. That'll bring up second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, it's Drake, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only... A yard leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wentz to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and goal, Tampa Bay.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Out of the end zone. It's 3rd down and goal.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Brady going to throw here. Open man here is Conklin. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Chicago. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 7. A minute 25 to play. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Complete to Travis.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the stick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. It's another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Chicago, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.